Day. We're actually go back into the Earth Gift Shrine, and this time not completely screwed up. Silk. We're just gonna tear our way through enemies. This. Like, really, I could just run away. It really doesn't matter. Give it negligible amount of XP and everything. A scolder. Like a skull soldier combined. Those hits. 1016. We work hard, we play hard. But seriously though, nice hits, nice hits. Like, I know we've been through this once before, but this time we're actually going to defeat bosses instead of just running through it pointlessly, aimlessly. No rhyme or reason. Just to fail. Every so often, drop some of these healing items. There we go. Healing helm. See. Rollins is gonna get to 47 soon. And that's right, I have Excalibur now. Excalibur. There's nothing in that direction. I know for the most part, just one big giant loop. Let's kill some more skull guys. Mean of me to keep using Thor's hammer, isn't it? Nah, it's just like, almost everything in here, except for the bosses, are so easily shot to death by me. If I could get one more Protect Cloak, that'd be cool. She could wear one too. Made me quite happy, really. Bunch of guys standing around guarding nothing. Just guaranteed encounters at this point. Nothing down that way. Oh no, here's a chest. Blue curtain! What's the blue curtain do? Cast null shock. Oh, okay. Not. I'm never against the idea of having items on me that do things like that. I can use for casting spells. Oh god, that monk or that master, Rollin hitting so hard. It's hot, man. All seriousness, though, good strikes. Oh yeah, desert beads. Correctly, this is interesting here. If I remember correctly, these are the only things that were even semi-risky. Even then, they're nothing at this point. It's really only the boss. It's really only the bosses at the end of this that were even somewhat challenged. Nothing over in this way. I'm try to make this as quick as painless as possible. Just please bear in mind the fact that you do have to go through it 4 times. So it's going to take a bit of time. But don't worry, I'm going to break up every run through. So I'm going to run through, and then I'm going to, Howdy. Howdy, Lemon Nerd Boy. How you doing? Yeah, because otherwise all I have left to do is, endgame. The final boss. Well, this stuff is also in the Game Boy Advance version and the PlayStation version, I believe. I think. I'd have to double check on Final Fantasy Origins. I know for a fact it's in the Game Boy Advance version. But, this is the Earth Gift Shrine, and, you have to go through it 4 times, because you only can defeat one of the 4 bosses each time you go through it. But, the 4 bosses in here are all Final Fantasy III bosses. Ah. I prefer this version because I prefer working with the mana. Working with a mana pool instead of, was that a limit number, the limit of casts you get? I was never personally a fan of the... Yeah, I was never personally a fan of the spell slots. At least the way it worked there. I mean, you still can only get 3 spells learn 3 spells for every level, but as long as you have the mana, you can cast them as many times as you want. That's just, for me, much more fun, I guess. I guess fun is not the best way to say it, because it's just easier. But still my preference. Yeah, I much rather play this version than the NES version, personally. Yeah, but there's 4 different dungeons that are bonus content. Yeah, there are 4 different dungeons that are all bonus content. They all work a little differently. Like this one, as I said, you have to go through 4 different times, but there's only 5 floors. And each time you go through, you can defeat 1 boss. And each one of them has 4 bosses. This one has Final Fantasy 3 bosses. The next one I'll be going to, which has 10 floors, and you have to go through it twice. Has Final Fantasy 4 bosses. The one after that, I believe, has 20 floors. I think you only have to go through it once, though. And it has Final Fantasy 5 bosses, and then the final one is 40 floors. You only have to go through it once, but every 10 floors you can leave if you want to. And I don't know if you can go back to that floor, but you can leave. And it has Final Fantasy 6 bosses. And it is neat. I do like it. Alright, by the way, just so you know, if I didn't before, now I am following you. But I do want to get this game done so I can move on to something else. Alright. I know what I'm moving on to next, for sure. It's Undertale. And then after that, I think I'm going to do Pokemon Red Nuzlocke Challenge, and then it's going to just be kind of like... It's going to be kind of like a roll of the die from a list. When I feel like watching something and I see you on, I'll check you out. No! Don't poison me! But one of the nice things running through here is these guys do drop antidotes. I need to get it done and over with. Fallout 4 DLC? Which is probably a silly question, because it is most likely Fallout 4 DLC. Is it the Automatotron or whatever it's called? The one that lets you build robot friends? I'm gonna build me a robot friend. There's a certain order I'm going to try to do these bosses in, though I can't guarantee it's going to happen this way. That way. I'm going to attempt to do the two-headed dragon first, followed by Cerberus, followed by Echidna, followed by the flying eye thing. I can't remember his name. Granted, I should be able to do all of them without problem, without too much issue. But at least that way I take out the easier ones first. What the heck is a vampire fang? Oh, paralyzes one foe. From what I've been seeing, they're not supposed to be difficult. It's just recommended that the last one you take on at level 45. Well, I'm 46 and 47 respectively, so I'm not that concerned about it. Make that all 47. So I know I picked up some antidotes. I'd been running low on those. Until I came into here. Well, even so, I think I have 3 ribbons on me, so I'm going to equip 3 of my people with ribbons and hope for the best. Now, let me check. Yep, 3 ribbons. I can get a 4th, but I have to go to one of the bonus dungeons to get it. I think it's the next one, Hellfire Chasm. I'm also fairly certain for the most part, these, a lot of the stuff in these dungeons reset. Or I could be wrong, because I did fail getting out last time. Maybe I just didn't get to keep the stuff. I don't remember. I never double-checked. Alright, there's the way out. And this is the endless desert. It's not really endless. Now there is the chance of running into there is this chance of running into what's that thing called? Check up real fast. Alright. What is it? The Abyss Worm. There's a chance of running into the Abyss Worm on this floor, though it's highly unlikely. Protect your drink. Silver apple. Ether. This is a good version of the game. Red Fang. By the way, Silver Apple, permanent HP boost. Wild Knack. Okay, you do that. I'm gonna do this. You have fun. I'm going to try to kill a two-headed dragon. Oddly, that's not a euphemism. Pass just to make sure. All right. All right. Just looking around it, honestly. This is northwest corner. Would be this. In me are all things great and small extinguished. Die now, warriors of light. All right. Haste! Honestly, this is probably going to be done before I know it. Awesome music, though. Temper on you. 24 hits, holy moly. Temper on you. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was anticlimactic. Bard's Tunic. But I can't leave, alright. You can return to the surface here. Do you wish to leave? Well, I don't have a choice. Use a tent real fast. Alright. I'll go offline for a few. As a way of cutting this as the first run for the two-headed dragon. Next one we're going to try to run through is going to be Cerberus. I'll be back.